morning, Kai viewers. Welcome to your program of International Political Opinion. I am Catherine Alvarado, Ambassador of El Salvador in United States. Moreover,
Ricardo Ramos, Ambassador of the United States in El Salvador. Today, we will talk about a topic that causes controversy in international politics and society in general: Central American migration and immigration. Mrs. Alvarado, what can you tell about it?
first, we must begin by clarifying some concepts because migration and immigration are not synonyms. Emigrating means you are exiting your current homeland. If you move to a different country, you emigrate. Emigrating means you are coming into a country to live. When a person emigrates, he or she moves to a new country. Now, Mr. Ramos, could you tell us about the cause that motivate people from Central America to emigrate to the United States, as we have seen recently in the Caribbean?
Large flows of unaccompanied migrants from Central America across the southern border of the United States will be demonstrate three realities that have long been ignored. The first, that the condition in the northern tightest countries of Central America, Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, are desperate and getting worse. The second, that's the border between the United States and its closest neighbors in Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean pose despite a new technological barriers and expanded the numbers of the border patrol agents, and try that there is an overwhelming difference between the U.S. in relation with these countries in or near abroad, and or relation with the rest of the world.
Certainly, history teaches that Central America have tended to migrate for economic reasons. Since the end of the internal armed conflict in El Salvador, Guatemala, and Nicaragua, which together displaced almost 2 million people, in the 1970s and 1980s, thousands of Central America traveled to the U.S. to escape economic misery in their state. During the late 90s and early 2000s, the U.S. saw record numbers of apprehension of migrants along its border with Mexico.
Now we know a little about the causes. We also need to talk about the effect that immigration has on the North America and Central America economies. During recent decades, the economic, social, political, and culture of the United States have become ever more interviewed with those countries of the Central America and the Caribbean. Peoples, goods, money, criminals, contagious diseases, ideas, music, and cuisine flows very easily back forth across the formal boundaries.
But we must emphasize that most studies on the fiscal impact of U.S. immigration conclude that immigrant contributions have been positive to the overall U.S. economy. That includes the kind of low-wage workers who typically arrive from Central America. Such immigrants do the hardest work.
Finally, also it's true that immigration is a human right. We must be aware that we must prevent the people for the illegal immigrants for serious reasons, which known as forced immigration. Mr. Alvarado, could you tell us what measures should be adopted in the Central American countries? Alvarado. Comparatively totally your contribution, nothing more remains to add that the government of the United States is also committed to fight against the corruption in the countries of Central America that undoubtedly is a trigger factor in the loss of opportunity for citizens.
Dear viewers, we have reached the end of our analysis program. We appreciate your attention cordially. Good day.